unless it's like a blizzard out there, to try to go outside and actually find some of the stuff that they've been focusing on. And if you're doing Center 5 and it's like the first group of kids, they're really not going to know hardly anything. And it's going to take a little bit more explanation of the background information that they wouldn't have when you're going out and searching for stuff outside. So just beware, like your first 1 to 2 centers, they don't really have a lot of background info. You're going to be heading outside with clipboards, and you need to stay on school grounds. I guess if we even cross the street or anything like that, like I guess we're not covered by insurance and all that kind of stuff, so it's very critical that you stay on school grounds. The clipboards, for the younger kids, I would have one volunteer, the parent volunteer hold the clipboard, read through the stuff, and you can maybe have kids make X's when they find things, okay, and discuss it. With the older kids, you can put them in pairs or groups of 2, and they can share a clipboard, and you've got the dry erase markers where we can clean this all up when we're done. That way we didn't, like, kill a bunch of trees giving them their own worksheets. But anyway, directions: go outside and look for overwintering insects, twigs, and galls. And if you find them, you just check mark them off. I have definitions next to them in case they don't remember what they are, or for the first couple groups of students that come through. And then galls. This is the important part. We searched and searched all over the school property, and the only place they have galls are back by the temporary buildings. As you head down the stairs, you bang a right, and you go into the section between the 2 chain link fences that's almost down by the homes that are down there, and there's all kinds of rabbit brush there, and you can see galls. You can even just see them just from standing on the playground. But they can go and look at them and stuff, but because there's going to be 20 classes going through this, definitely don't have them picking them and dissecting them while they're out there. And, you know, obviously, we're going to be, there's all kinds of buds on the trees all around, so you guys can look for all the bud scale scars and lateral buds, terminal buds, and that type of stuff. And then also look for insects. Have them overturn rocks. Have them look in cracks and crevices of the building. You know, see if they can find any insects out there. So, and then you just basically wrap it up and come on back inside. The important part about going outside, you must have a watch. You really need to keep track of your time. It puts all the centers behind if one group doesn't come in on time. So you really gotta, if you're gonna take that center, really pay attention to time. So, does anybody have any questions on outside? And then also, the whole reason for ELF is for them to notice their outside environment and nature and things like that. So encourage them, you know, especially maybe even in the conclusion, go out and look for this stuff wherever you are, when you're on a hike or anything like that. One of the gals over at Kiffin that teaches ELF, she said that they were out trimming their aspen tree this last summer, and she was a little first grader, and she was like, "Look, Daddy, look at all the galls!" You know, and it's just so cool that the kids can recognize stuff, because like before the center, I didn't even know what a gall was. You guys? Yeah. So, didn't even know they existed. So, anyway, so that's the outdoor center. Then, let's say it is snowing and you don't want to head outside, or you kind of exhausted your time outside and the kids are wild, you want to bring them back in. We did throw a quick craft into this one. You certainly by no means need to do this craft. I think it's much less important than going outside. But I have 2 crafts here. They can pick one. We have craft paper, all the supplies and everything. It's just a twig diagram. This just basically shows the alternating buds, and this one shows the opposite buds. And then the leaves, if they do want to put leaves on it, they obviously need to be like dead leaves with the brown paper. So, and they can label it as much as they want or as little as they want, depending on what age group they are. But I don't even think probably hardly any groups will even get this craft. We just threw it in case you need a filler somewhere.
Or it's blizzard.
Yeah. So, and then which centers do they have a choice?